Thank you for those words of support, Minister, for the publication. We do welcome it, and again, welcome here to Araby House this morning. And just to echo, I suppose, what Robert said earlier, and indeed Anne, in relation to welcoming you all here. We're delighted at the turnout, and very much appreciate you taking the time out to be with us this morning. When Working for Work first went into publication, the very first edition was in 1994, and it was actually called A Survival Handbook for Unemployed People. And you know, I think that's as relevant today as it was then. You talked about I suppose the increasing complexities of the social welfare system, and I think that's reflected as well between the two books. The 1994 edition ran to around 76 pages, and the 2011 edition, I think it runs to about 196 pages. So I suppose that gives you some idea of the extent indeed of some of the changes, and also how we as an organisation have been able to demystify that maze of different, I suppose, entitlements and provisions. And reference them in a way that people can understand. And we will continue to work to do that in the years ahead. You're absolutely right, Minister, the book is about options and opportunities. And it's absolutely critical indeed that those options and opportunities are available for unemployed people. There's been a lot of talk recently about the need to reform the social welfare system. And indeed, every year the INOU outlines ways in which the social welfare system could most usefully be reformed to best support unemployed people through our pre-budget submissions that we make, and also through the policy work that we do and the policy documents. So as an unemployed organisation, we have consistently advocated the need to reform the system, but to reform the system in a very positive way, in a way that best supports unemployed people and best supports unemployed people to make that transition from social welfare back into work. And we would say, obviously, as an unemployed organisation, that should be a key concern and consideration, particularly in the context of any changes that may be coming down in terms of the review of the overall system. Minister, as well, we share your concerns in relation to young unemployed people. I don't think anybody in the INOU has ever or would advocate social welfare over a job. There's been a very, very strong ethos in this organisation of work, but of the need to support people to take up work and to support people in ways, clearly, obviously in terms of payments, that's absolutely critical, but also to ensure that we have got the right type of education, the right type of training programmes, the right types of other supports that help people make those transitions. And also a system that supports people to do that as well. And a system that really reflects, I suppose, the reality of what it's like to be unemployed today, and the reality of today's labour market, which is that for a lot of people, part-time and sporadic employment is the reality for people, and the opportunities for them to move into full-time employment currently are not there. But we know that people are desperately anxious to do that. So we, of course, would welcome positive review and reform of the social welfare system. Clearly, we would not want to see the system changed in such a way as to have a detrimental impact on unemployed people. And I think that would be a given clearly from an unemployed organisation perspective. Just to finish up, I just want to again just thank a few people who've been involved in the production of the publication. Thanks to the staff team here at the INOU. And I think it's very important as well just to, I suppose, to mention that we're very fortunate in that this book is backed up by a team of staff here in the organisation who, if the unemployed person, the information provider, the social welfare official for that matter, doesn't find the answer that they're looking for in this book, we have a staff team here who can be contacted on the telephone, who will take people through whatever aspect or issue that it is they're seeking to have clarification on, and to continue to work with them and continue to support them. So our information provision, I suppose, doesn't start and end with this publication, but it's a key element and aspect to it. We're very grateful as well to the assistance that we receive from the Department of Social Protection, not just obviously in terms of the funding, but also in terms of some of the editing of the book, and people just running their eye over the various different schemes and of entitlement, just to ensure accuracy and that it's up to date, and we very much appreciate that. And we have a similar arrangement in place as well with the Revenue Commissioners and also with FOSS and with the Department of Education and Skills. So thanks to everybody who has had an involvement in that respect. I'd also like to take the opportunity again to thank, not for the first time, our printer. We use Vidwell, which are quite close to us here, just across the road. We have Cormac here from Vidwell today. Thanks again, Cormac, for doing a really excellent job on the publication. Consistently a high standard of printing, and we very much appreciate that. So I'll just finish up again by just thanking people for coming along. We very much appreciate the fact that you've taken the time. We've also arranged for some refreshments here as well, and we'd encourage everybody to stay and have some lunch with us. Thank you.